Hey guys, what's going on? Brook off board here, and we've come to Birmingham. Birmingham Airport. So, the plan is to fly from Birmingham to Amsterdam. It'll be the third time I've visited Amsterdam this year. Once on my last ship, back in February, and once on Ventura at the start of the year. So we're going to Amsterdam. I'm not catching the ship from Amsterdam though. There's a connection. We go from Amsterdam, across the pond, all the way to New York City. So when I land in New York, I've got to go and get a hotel, as I'm not boarding today, and it's a lot of travelling to do in one day. A little bit baffled why I'm going to Amsterdam to go to New York, because I'm going to have to come back past the UK, but flight logistics for you, what can you do? I've got about 15 minutes till gates open, and then I am going for security, all that fun stuff. Got my bags packed, got everything sorted. It's a bit late now, but I can't wait to embark on this new adventure. So, this ship, you'll find out what the ship is in all due course. I did leave a little hint, such a teaser, so if you could work it out, well done. I mean, I did do my best to try and cover any branding, any names or anything like that. So if you can figure it out, then well done to you. But I can't wait to get started. The ship I'm going to be joining is an Italian-based company. So you might be able to work out the ship from that, or from the previous thumbnail you'll be able to work it out. Did my best to hide any branding, anything like that. Like I said, I want to keep it a surprise, I want to keep everyone on their toes. But honestly, I feel like everything's come so quick, because when I left Ventura, I had 5 weeks until I joined my next ship, and I started filming stuff, but it just wasn't the right environment for me. It wasn't the right environment for the channel. I couldn't film what I wanted to film. There wasn't really enough of what I wanted to do to film to get any of that out. So I went my separate ways with the company. Nothing against the company, you know, everything was fine by them. Like the management there really looked after me. Was taken good care of. Again, I'm not going to mention any names of any companies, but I flew back home to the UK, got back mid-March. It's now 17th of April. I'll land about midnight UK time, which is 7 PM New York time. So what's that? Pacific time. Yeah, Pacific time. Yeah, Pacific time. We've got pilots, all that sort of fun stuff. But it's come way too real, it's come way too quick. Me coming on to my next ship. Being back home. I kind of, even though I knew, the weird thing was I had this job. I've had the job since start of the year. So from when I did my interview to now, there's been about 4-month window, give or take 4-month window before I joined the ship. But you have to remember that I worked on ships in the past. I already have all these documents. So for a first timer, it's different for each company. But for a first timer, it will be considerably longer. example, when I was on Princess, it was 7 months before I joined. Got given the start date. I got given the contract. I think it start of the year in 23. I want to say I didn't join until July, so that was something else. But in that time, I had to then, once I had the contract, go to London, go and get the embassy, go and get the visa, all that kind of fun stuff, because my ship was going to go from Southampton to America throughout its period, as most ships do the Atlantic crossing. No, it's not Pacific Standard Time, it's Eastern Time. I just realised that, it's Eastern Time. EST. It's Pacific is the ocean by California. We've got the Atlantic. Yeah, the Atlantic crossings between America and the US. So the catch is that I had to go to London to get the visa and all that kind of stuff, then make my way around to get everything else. There was a lot of medical checks and stuff like that. I've got pretty much everything from yellow fever to my COVID jabs to my medical to my visa to my passport to my certificates, DBSs, all that kind of stuff. I've already got all that. So yes, there are time limits and everything, but I've already got all that, so it kind of fast tracked me because they asked for it all. I was like, boom, 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 here you go, here you go, here you go. But the day I left the last ship, I flew back to the UK. I was on a train waiting to go back home, thinking, what am I going to do now? Before even boarding the train, I got a WhatsApp message saying check your emails, and they gave me my proposal offer, and I took it. I took it and run with it. Walked around with it, as I couldn't imagine too much of a better contract, to be fair. So we leave Brooklyn and we go down to Florida, then from Florida over to the Bahamas and Bermuda. That's what I'm going to mainly be doing. It's like a week-long one that we're doing, which is literally that for 4 months, give or take. New York, Florida, Bahamas, Bermuda, with the additional of one way from New York to Bermuda, do an overnight in Bermuda, go back to New York. There's one where I go down to Miami, which I'm looking forward to. I've been to the Bahamas, and I've been to that kind of stuff before. I can't wait to go to the private island that the ship owns. Nearly gave it away there. But we dock in and out of New York every week or so. So it's going to be a fun one. And I generally can't wait to film as much as I can for it. I had to remember to bring my tripod with me. As this little tripod. Yeah. This is why you don't mess with things. This is why you don't mess with things during production. There we go. But I got my little tripod with me, so I'm not holding the phone. It's not too close to me. It's not like a weird shot of me. It can now just be me talking to you guys. I have that one-to-one with you, and it's been a long time coming. But I've also got trips from New York to Canada and mainland US. That's going to be one of my first trips out, which I'm super looking forward to. As a brief one like that. But for the most part, it will be just going down to Bahamas and Bermuda, and then yeah, Can't wait to bring you guys along. Got all my stuff here. Of course, bring my pillow with me. I've got the mushroom inside the bag there. So I'm gonna try to bring this on the plane because it's the biggest pillow. Don't know how that's gonna go. It might kick off, it might not, but we'll figure it out. But for now, that's all I've got. I need to go and check in. I'll catch up with you all when I'm on the plane. So, cue the montage. Peace. Alright, so we are on the first leg of the trip. It is currently 1:30 in Birmingham, and we're slightly delayed. I say slightly, in quotations. We're about 20 minutes delayed. But it's fine. They haven't shut the doors just yet, but they're going to shut the doors soon. So I reckon we'll take off about
Dear passengers, we are looking for a passenger named Cassie.
Where's Cassie?
If you are on board, please make yourself noticeable to the cabin crew. Thank you.
Anyways, I hope we find Cassie.
We are looking for a passenger named Cassie. If you are on board.
Anyways, thank you for the instructions. So we're gonna leave here. We're flying out to Dam, that was once Amsterdam. I've not been to so many countries, well, so many places, so many times in such a short space. I'm either in the UK or in Amsterdam. I love going to Amsterdam on the ships. It's really nice. We spend about an hour or so there, and then we get on another flight. I think it's like an hour and a half layover. Then we head out to JFK. Very exciting. The part of me doesn't believe it's real. Part of me thinks, right, it's actually happening. Part of me goes, this ain't real. Like, part of me thinks, I've gone over 3 weeks ago, and this is just one big dream, and I'll wake up soon. But here comes my cruise life. So I'm really excited. We'll show you the takeoff. We'll then show you the land, and we'll do everything in between. But back to the montage. So we have landed in JFK. The last time I came to JFK, it was dark, just like it is now. Although last time I came, it was like November of 2017 was when I was last here. I was there for Thanksgiving. That was an experience and a half. And I'm back in the wonderful JFK, and I'm assuming that I've got to get up in about 10 hours. We've got my amazing port agent in the back, and then we're going to head to the hotel. I'm going to go sleep for a bit, maybe even grab some food on the way because the in-flight food is horrendous. But yeah, it's nice to just be in the US for the first time in like 7 years. Trust, I used to come to the US so often that now I've not been for so long, it's weird. But it is nice to be back. It is really nice to be back, and then especially in one of the most iconic places in the country. So I'll bring you guys along wherever we end up going next. I don't know which hotel it is, I don't know where it is, but we'll figure something out. But I'll catch you guys in a bit. Alright, so we are in the hotel room. It's currently 11:30, New York time, so 4:30 in the morning UK time. I should be a lot more tired than what I am, but I've been quite fortunate in the recent weeks before coming out to New York. I prepared for this in some way or another. What I mean by that is that when I was back home, I worked my old job, and I was on night shifts, so that kind of like changed my body clock a little bit. So I've been awake a lot of nights and sleeping throughout a lot of days, so I should not get too jet lagged being here, to be fair. Speaking of jet lag, season 9 Nebula's coming out for jet lag. Adam Chase, Ben Doyle, Sam Denby. That's an amazing series if you want to get into that. So we're in the hotel room. It's not the Ritz, but you know what? It'll do. I've got my little like care package of just food and goodies. Bag. I need to unpack a little bit and get my clothes ready for tomorrow. I'm so tired. Compared to previous hotels I've been put up in, when I was on Piano I didn't get given a hotel. When I was on Princess I didn't get given a hotel. When I was on this mystery line, which I do not mention just because it was best that we all went our separate ways, they did put me up in a hotel. It looked a little bit swanky from the outside. It looked quite nice. It literally just looked like a travel lodge on the inside, like a glorified travel lodge on the inside. And I pulled into it and I was like, this looks a bit like a travel lodge and all. But no, this is quite nice. It has a kitchen, it's closed. The one I got put up in Southampton, it's quite expensive, to be fair. It had a kitchen and a bar and stuff. But down here, it has a pool, but it's closed. So, spa, probably. There's going to be quite a lot of us tomorrow morning. So pickups between 8 and 9. Brekkie starts at 6. So can't wait. Very, very tired, but can't wait to get started. Back to life at sea. Brooke is finally returning back on board, baby. I don't know why I just did that, but the nice bit is we have a big bed, and you know what you do with a hotel room bed? The first thing you're supposed to do after this ludicrous journey, like I left Birmingham. I left my house at 8:30 this morning. Got to Birmingham for about 10. Wait around till just after 11 to check in. I was supposed to leave at 1ish, like 1:30, 1:15. Yeah, it took most of that time to get through, like, security and all that palaver. Because Birmingham Airport's getting redone up or something, and yeah, it's just a lot of queues. Like, before you got to security, you had a massive long queue to get to an elevator to go upstairs to security. It was just a whole thing. But not to worry. On the good news, better news for you guys, is I used to film on the Samsung S22 Ultra until I smashed it a few days ago. So I think it was like 5 days ago I smashed it. I was like, oh, it's fine, it's a little crack at the bottom of the phone, everything's gonna be just fine. Nope, the crack turned into lines, the lines turned into white, like, it was just bright white. You could see the LCD, it was just hurting my eyes. And then the phone started, like, the screen had a mind of its own, so like jittering around, and then it just stopped becoming responsive whatsoever. So yeah, that was not fun. Luckily, I have a lot of techie knowledge, and I was able to control the phone from a mouse and keyboard. Yeah, don't question it. And then I went online, and I had the S22 Ultra, the S24 Ultra's out now. So I've just gone and bought the S23 Ultra. That costs quite a bit, but it's a vibe. So we got that now, which is always fun. Oh. I'm getting a little bit tired. Need to pack everything, make sure everything's ready to go for tomorrow, and then see what's in this care package. Nervous is not the word for how I'm feeling at the moment. I'm excited, I'm tired, I still don't believe it's real. Like, I can't believe I'm back in the US. Like, last time I came to the US, I was in New York, and it was 7 years ago. Speaking of arriving into the US, upon arrival, kind of knew roughly where someone would be stood, and they had a representative port agent, whatever, come pick me up. Jumped in a white van, and we left. Anyways, not before waiting round for a solid 2 hours. The port agent that was picking me up, we had to go pick someone else up and wait for them to come in. They were meant to get in about 15 minutes before me. It wasn't until I asked, out of curiosity, I said, just wondering what flight or what airline they're coming with, because KLM have like been, gone and left. He was like, oh, Turkish. I'm like, okay, not seeing Turkish on the arrival boards, but obviously you'd be more well versed than I am. And he goes, oh, it's not Turkish, it's Emirates. And I'm like, right. And I said, if that sounds weird, what's the flight numbers? And he tells me, and I'm like, bro, you know that's delayed until 5:30 in the morning, and it's currently like 9 o'clock at night now. Do you really want us both to stand there and wait till 5:30 in the morning? He goes, oh, hell no. And he's like, I'm gonna make some phone calls because I ain't waiting here till 5:30 in the morning. Like, my mum wasn't paying attention to the board. everything seemed cushy, and then it didn't. I don't know how the arrivals. I don't know how you didn't spot this, but like the Emirates flight was like 10 hours delayed. No idea how. But it's a vibe. It's whatever. We're here now, and that's all that matters. So excited for tomorrow. But that's gonna leave me with this. Can't wait to get started tomorrow. You guys will all see what ship it is. I'm surprised I haven't accidentally blurted it out or said the company or said the ship or anything like that. I'll give you a little teaser with the thumbnail. I'm gonna try and edit this video in tonight. So, well, edit the video in a minute, and then upload it tonight, so it comes out normal time Thursday. Well, Thursday's technically, in the UK it's already Thursday, so hopefully it should come out about 5 PM UK time. It's kind of when I usually upload on Thursdays. I don't know why it's Thursdays, it just is. Don't ask because I can't tell. But that's what we're gonna aim for, and then the video after this, which I will probably do for next week or the week after, more than likely it'll be the week after, or whenever I can get time to edit the video together and all that kind of fun stuff. The one downside I have now to what I had in Europe is I've got even less access to data now, being in the States. As I do have a Wi-Fi plan, eSIM, and my eSIM's doing absolutely amazing. And I was going to use AirAllo, and that's what I used when I was in Europe, just for like Turkey and somewhere else. But I've got a whole other SIM provider, and you know what? If they partner with me, I'll give them like free promotion all day long. You know, my 100 subscribers. Speaking of which, thank you all very much for 100 subs. It means a lot to me. I remember I woke up, I think 2 weeks ago, and checked my phone. It's like, oh, I've hit 100. I think I'm on 101 now. So I appreciate everyone subscribing and following my journey and my travels. But yeah, the SIM plan that I'm using at the moment is quite cheap-ish. But it's very weird being in the UK. I've got 2 UK SIMs. One UK SIM allows me to have 12 gigabytes of data within my plan in Europe, and my other one allows me to have 30 gigs. So I usually just like put the 30 gig one on, which costs like £12, £15, whatever, for a month, and then I can use all that in Europe, which is great. Here I've got 10 gigs, and it's gonna last me a month. So it's gonna be one of them where I'm playing with fire quite a lot, but I'm not really in mainland much, so it's gonna be one of them. We are off to Dominican Republic, I think on Saturday or Sunday. Phillipsburg, St. Thomas Islands, all that kind of jazz is where we're off to. Can't wait. Brand new places for me. So it's just gonna be a bit more tricky with Wi-Fi and stuff. When I was on P&O, I was able to sit at pool deck with my laptop out, as I was treated more like a passenger than what I was a crew member. I was able to let me sit there with my laptop in guest areas, editing videos and uploading them. Like, it was just that, and I got Wi-Fi on board with thingy, but the Wi-Fi on board was a bit sucks. So when we're in port, I used to just hotspot my laptop and upload that way. But I'm rambling, I'm waffling a little bit now. So hopefully if everything goes well, it'll be 12 p.m. Eastern. I'm getting this lingo right. 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, and 10 a.m. Pacific time, where I'm going to upload, or 5 p.m. UK time, or 6 p.m. European time. You're welcome. Australia and everything after that, I don't actually know. Eastern European, it'll be 7 p.m. Yeah, I'm not really going to sit here and do all the time zones for you. There's 23 time zones. I'm sure you can work it out. But that's all I've got to say. I'm going to unpack, sort my clothes out for tomorrow. I've got a big ass AC unit. Like, yeah, what? Bit of a bougie hotel. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment down below, and I'll catch you all in the morning. My name's been Brooke on board. Peace out.